anymore. We miss mom, dad, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you guys got at home. It's normal, it's natural, it's a part of the process, and we gotta push through it. And you guys are going through it, we're going through it the same, okay? It's the same for all of us, we're all in the same boat, okay? We talk about being connected all the time, and we truly, truly are. The two things that I wanted to talk about really today, that was gonna be in my presentation, there's a few things that need to become routine. Okay, it's a few things that need to become routine. Some of them kind of are, but we need all of them to become routine. You guys understand what I mean by that? Cool. The first one is running to the ball, pretty obvious, right? We need to run to the ball consistently. We have our grading sheets up. We haven't finished them yet, but you guys are going to get them soon. They're on Team, so you guys can go and watch them. Oh man, this is driving me crazy. Phew. I'll show you later. But we got grading sheets up there. I'm doing the linebackers. Everybody's got at least a loaf except for some. So we got 2, 3, 1. Everybody's got some, which means it's not fully routine to run to the ball because sometimes we're not doing it. So it needs to become routine. The next thing that needs to become routine is wrapping up. A lot of people are not wrapping up. The first guy that gets to the ball needs to wrap up every time. Does that make sense? We need to leave no doubt that we're going to make that tackle. That's the most important part. We need to leave no doubt that we're going to make that tackle. Okay, in regards to hitting and tackling and all that, some of you guys have laid out a big hit already. You guys can cool down. We don't need to be hitting people like that. These are our teammates. Okay, what I was saying yesterday to some of the guys in the sideline is that we have kind of a strike policy. Okay, so some of you guys have run out of strikes. You see, for example, you're one of them. I mean that as a good thing. You have nothing to prove in terms of hitting people. Just wrap up, clean, let them go. Okay, if you haven't hit anybody, you need to show us that you can hit somebody. Okay, we're still going to be clean. We're not going to do it to their backs. We're not going to do it to somebody that's in the air. Okay, really important. We're not going to hit somebody that's in the air. But a lot of you guys need to show us that you can hit because it's a big part of football and it's probably the biggest part of playing defense. Okay, it's going to be really easy to get you guys out there. We see you lighting people up. Obviously, these are your teammates, so just be aware of that. Keep them healthy, all that. But number 3, we got to wrap up. The next one is ball searching. I don't think we had a true fumble all camp. Okay, the offense has fumbled the ball a million times, but it's not been because of us. And I always said this last year, and I'm going to start saying it again at some point, but we want to win by execution, not by lack of execution. Does that make sense? We want to get fumbles because we create them, not because they just give them to us. Because when we play better teams or good teams or whatever, it's not going to happen. We're going to have to go and create them. Okay, so need to run to the ball consistently. That's number 1. Okay, it needs to be routine. Whenever we get there, we need to wrap up. That is number 2. Okay, we got to leave no doubt we're going to make this tackle. Number 3, we got to be physical. We got to hit. We got to bring it. Okay, some of you guys don't need to do that anymore. You can cool down a little bit, but you guys still going to get there, still wrap up, still let go. Number 4, ballers. We need footballs on the ground. Okay, Steve talks about it, touchdowns and turnovers. On defense, we can score points, but it's pretty difficult. Our ways to score points is to give the offense a chance to score points. That way is turnovers. When we get a turnover, 2 things happen. The first one is that drive is over, which is our whole goal. The only thing that I care about as a defensive coordinator, is to get off the field. However we do that, I don't care. If we get off the field with no points scored on that drive, I am happy. They can drive the ball for 90 yards, they can drive for 1. I don't care. Okay, so the first thing, obviously, we're getting off the field, we're stopping the drive, they're not scoring on that drive, on that possession. The second one is we're getting our offense a chance, and usually we're going to give them better field position. If we get a fumble or an interception, usually we're going to give them pretty good field position, which gives them a pretty good chance. Last year, for example, we played De La Salle, they got the ball, I think it was 3 or 4 times inside of 30, and they came out with, I think it was like 20 points out of those 4 possessions. Okay, so it's just tough for a defense to, leave an offense without points once they get down there. Joel, I promise you it's not falling. There you go, thank you. So, things that need to become routine. Run to the ball, wrap up, hit, and ball search. Okay, we're not going to just run by the guy and kind of throw our pants and run past him. Okay, if we're the first guy getting there, we need to get there, wrap it up, thud it up, and then we can ball search. Really important, we got to mirror our hands. Okay, so if ball carrier is coming here, he's got the ball in this hand, I'm going to punch with this one. Okay, if we do this, we're facing him, we have a chance to wrap it up and tackle. If I do it with this one, I can just kind of run past him and miss. The other part of it is we got to get our knuckles on the ball, so we need to punch it down. If you guys want to strip and all that, we can do that, especially like in the trenches. But once we get in the open field, we just got to punch it down, knuckles on the ball down. Okay, so some of the things that need to become routine. One more thing that needs to become routine, the energy in the sideline. I feel like it's been pretty good for the most part, but it's not the same. It's not up there for the whole practice. We start kind of calm and quiet, and then somebody makes a play, and we start kind of go up. So the energy in the sideline needs to become routine. We need to be loud. We need to be rooting for each other. We need to be screaming at each other in a positive, efficient way. Does that make sense? So that's a great way to encourage you guys. That's a great way to play better. You guys probably feel it. You're on the field and you feel your team is rooting for you, screaming at you, getting excited about you, and you're going to play better. I saw it yesterday with Prosper. We throw him out there with the Gunners. He's running down the field, and then he realizes all the guys are rooting for him. He's running hard. He's running harder. Okay, so that is a big factor. We can feed off each other's energy. Okay, so one more thing that needs to become routine. The last part that I wanted to say, and it's pretty much related to that, I want us to be the best no-talent team in the world. What does that mean? The best no-talent team in the world. I want us to do all the things that require no talent as best as anybody on this planet. Okay? And at those things, we can be better than the NFL teams. We can be better than the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, because they require no talent. Does that make sense? You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Run to the ball requires no talent. That's one. Rooting for your teammates requires no talent. That's one. Being on time requires no talent. That's another one. Taking notes requires no talent. That's another one, a really good one. Okay, make sure you guys taking good notes too, not just doodling. Okay. I have one more. I don't remember. But basically, all the things that require no talent, we want to be really good at them. Watching film. We saw the numbers of film yesterday. They were really, really poor. They were embarrassingly poor. They weren't poor. They were embarrassingly poor. The Quizlets, Will's putting a lot of time into that. He's giving you the flashcards. That's a great way for you guys to revisit everything that we're doing. It requires no talent to look at that. Okay, clean up the locker room. Darren sent me a picture of the locker room when the defense was there lifting, and it was disgusting. It requires no talent. So all the things that require no talent, we need to be the best at it in the planet, because they require no talent. There's no excuse for you to not be great at it. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? Cool. Going into the X's and O's. Today, our installs of the day are, there you go, tight weak war. Well, any type of war. So basically, tight war tray and tight pack tray. So we're going to have those two blitzes. We've done a great job staying ahead of the curve. I'm going to continue to say that, okay, as long as we continue to stay ahead of the curve. And that's really positive for us. So far, when you guys go look at the grading, the misassignments that we have are no mental errors, okay? They're more like wrong read, they're more like a wrong shoulder type thing, but it's not a mental error. I don't think we had a single mental error so far. Let me touch wood, okay? And let's keep it that way. The reason why I think that's happening is obviously we started really slow, we're escalating things up, but also because you guys have done a great job of staying ahead, okay? So we've known about war and pack for at least 3-4 days, and today is when we're actually going to run it. We ran it yesterday twice because I got a little greedy. Okay, but that's it. So again, war. The most important part to understand is that it's an outside blitz, outside pressure. Okay, it's an outside pressure. It's going to be one of our outside backers going. When we got war, outside backers, you can play with this as much as you want. You can show whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. As long as when the ball is snapped, you have a chance to play skiff and you have a chance to rush the quarterback. Does that make sense? Everybody good on that? So again, you guys can play with it, you can be off, you can line up with him, you can do whatever you want. But when the ball snaps, you have to have a chance to get to the quarterback, you have to have a chance to get to number 2. Okay, the other big part, the biggest part of any of our pressures is the communication. We talk about communication all the time. We gotta be great communicators, right? We need to communicate. If we communicate, everything's gonna make sense. Okay, if these two guys let the safeties know that they're blitzing, the safeties are never gonna get it wrong. They're never gonna roll to the wrong side. Because they know these guys are going, we need to replace them. It's obvious. Does that make sense? So we need to communicate. Hey, boo, 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 boo. I'm not against the Reaper list that Joel told me about. I just feel like it's going to be too obvious that we're blitzing with that. So I was to that point. Mentoring is if he's running here and I'm here and I just run with it and I give my back to the play and I look for the ball here. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand that? Outside backers? Cool. Basically, we don't want to give our back to the play, okay? Because we're there to take the fast ball away. That's the one that, you know, they can hit if we do that. The only thing else that can happen here is that the corner can give a China call. Okay, the corner can give a China call here. What does that mean? It means that he's going to take 2 vertical. That's what it means, period. That's it. Okay, so if the corner is seeing that he's landing, doing a shallow, he's gonna hit anything low, okay, and this guy's going vertical, the corner can be, hey, China, 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 and then he's gonna jump into number 2 immediately. When we do that, if I'm the corner, I call China, this is man-to-man on 2. Okay, and at this point, this is cover 0, cover 1, cover whatever you wanna call it, okay, but that's my man, and I play man-like. Everybody good on that? Joe, you with me? Cool. If I'm the jack or the robber, whoever's the skiff player, and I hear China, I'm going to let my guy go, and I'm going to find this guy as soon as I can. As soon as I hear China, this is man-to-man, and this is my man. I got to find him. Okay, and this is man coverage. We go play with him, we go run with him. Everybody good on that? Cool. This call only comes from the corner. Okay, corner with a C, China with a C. It only comes from the corner. Everybody good on that? Any questions? Cool. To finish on the little corners, let me emphasize this again. We want to play 6 mats at 10 as a base down thing. Okay, we don't want to play our third downs at 10. So when we show 6 mats, we want to line up at 10. So pre-snap, you guys can line up at 10. As soon as everybody start moving, we can come up to 7. We can do whatever. If you guys want to straight up line up at the sticks, I'm cool with it too. We're just never going to go up from 7. Okay, we're never going to go up for 7, even if it's 3rd and 5, even if it's 3rd and 3. Okay, if it's 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 1, I should have called something else. Does that make sense? What we can do though is we can adjust our scoots and we can adjust our pace and we can play more hot. Okay, that way we can trigger on things, we can take away hits and show rush and things of that nature. Okay, now let's take a look at the other side. Oh man, I'm never gonna find this arrow. There you go. There you go. So tie weak war against 3x1. So again, for safety, this is easy. We're going to replace the outside backers no matter what. That's the side we're going to roll to. We're going to replace the outside backers no matter what. So we're always going to roll strong if it's weak. We're always going to roll weak if it's strong. Everybody good on that? That's why we need that bull call. And then we just communicate. We know where we're rolling. Wheel linebacker, you have a tough job. You have to get all the way to number 3. Okay, find a way to do it. Just find a way to do it. Be aware that, you know, all 4 gaps are covered, so you can cheat. Okay, and as soon as the ball is snapped, you can start going. I still get my run pass read while I'm going. As soon as I confirm pass, I'm out of there. Okay, really important for nose tackle. This is the weakest part of our defense right now. Okay, of our whole defense, this is our weakest part. Okay, so nose tackles, when this guy strikes you, you can go over the top. It's going to be the same in pack. It's going to be the same in war. And the nose tackle, I'm sliding to the opposite A gap. If the guard strikes me, I'm go over him. If the guard opens, I penetrate and I get vertical. Everybody good on that? That is so important. It's one of the most critical parts of this play. Say something you want to add? Cool. We're going into 3x1. So right here we're going to play mess. Right here is going to be our skiff player. Who are we playing skiff of? Anybody knows? Number 2. Exactly. Who was number 2 in this picture? Running back or number 3, we don't really know. It's going to be one of these 2 guys, or it could even be him. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play this like a hand call. We're going to play this like a hand call, which means I'm not going to drop out. I'm just going to pedal, and I'm going to read 1, 3, back. Okay? 1, 3, back. If the back is away. If the back is to me, I'm going to read back, 1, 3. That makes sense? So if the back is to me, that'll be my first read. If the back is away, that'll be my last read of the 3. Everybody good on that? Does that make sense? Cool. Okay, so again, we're going to play skiff of number 2. We don't know who number 2 is. It can be him, or him. So we got to find that. That's why all we got to do is right here, we line up in it, ready to go, we scoot out, boom, and as soon as we get our pass through, we start pedaling, and we get our head on a swivel, and we just look at everything and everybody. Make sense? Everybody good on it? Cool. Now let's take a look at the other side. Strong. Tie strong, war tray. So we're going strong. The blitz is coming from the weak side. Again, outside linebackers, as of right now, we're going to continue to stay on our respective sides. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is our stats are going to play right, or jacks are going to play left. Emiliano, right now you're starting jack. If you're on the field with somebody that is not Morris, you go on the right. Does that make sense? Okay, so Morris will be the first to the right. Emiliano will be the second to the right. Adiola, AD, you'll be the third to the right. Sam, you'll be hopefully never on the right. That makes sense? Now, depending on who you are on the field with, you guys will go right or left. If you're on the field with Sam, you're going right, you're going left. If you're on the field with somebody that's no Morris, you're going left. With Morris, you're going, sorry. With somebody that's no Morris, you're going right. With Morris, you're going left. Morris, you're always going right. I know he's not here, but for everybody else. We good on that? Cool. It's not really like, this is not a talent thing, okay? It's more of like a skill set thing. So don't overthink it. That's what we're doing. Don't even think about it. It's just right or left. It doesn't matter. Cool. Now in this case, it's a little easier because it's 2 by 2. The man is going to drop area 3. Remember, we have a push call. Okay, so our area 3 player, whoever that is, he can push or skiff player. So if he goes straight up outside, that's our guy. Okay, because that's 3. But I can't cover him there. And more importantly, if he goes there, he's not 3 anymore, right? Does that make sense? This running back just shoots right here through the front door. Does that make sense? He's not 3 anymore, right? It would be 1, 2, 3. He would be number 1 or maybe number 2. Is everybody following? You guys are really quiet. Is everybody following? Yes. Thank you. So when that happens, we're going to say, hey, push, push, push. When they push me, if I'm a skiff player and I get pushed, I don't go get the running back. Okay, I just become an area 1 player. So all I'm going to do is if I was here, I'm just going to extend all the way to the numbers, and I'm going to look at the running back and see if there's any other threat. If they throw the ball to the running back, I drive on it. But we're not going to drive on something that's below 5 yards if they don't throw it. Everybody good on that? You guys can write that down. I'm not going to drive on somebody that is below 5 yards if the ball is not thrown. We are not driving on anything below 5 yards without a throw. Everybody get? Make sense? Cool. 3 by 1, same deal. Okay, this one is a lot easier because now this is the wheel going, so the mic is right here playing 3, that's easy. Okay, piece of cake. Safeties we're always going to roll to replace the outside linebacker that's blitzing because the outside linebacker is the skiff player on paper, right? Does everybody understand that? The outside backer is supposed to be the skiff player. If he's blitzing, we got to replace our skiff player. Again, communicate, make everything look like math so you guys can be here and then, sorry, here and here, and then go wherever we want to go. Go as early as you need, as early as you need, as early as you need. And if they catch us, that's okay. We line up in it, and we saw it, and we make them beat us. Okay, that's fine. If they know I'm blitzing, I'm not even going to be 2 by 1. I'm going to be on the ball. I might even get my hand on the ground. They know I'm going, so I might as well give myself a best chance. Does that make sense? It's a little different for you. They should never catch you. Okay, so wheel linebackers, they should never catch you. Or my linebackers, if you guys are the inside blitz, they should never catch you because you're going at the snap, never earlier. Okay? Safeties, if they catch our rotation, cool, we line up in it. That's fine. We line up in it, go beat us. Okay? Any questions? Everybody good? Yep.
How does the rubber line up if there's a yoke? Or if there's a tight end, we just line up in like nail or?
No, just like this picture. You'll be lined up over 2. You will never be over 3. If it's 2 by 2, then the strength will be on the other side. So you'll be on the other side, and our safeties will have to roll away from it. Does that make sense? Which type of 12? Yeah, 3 by 3. Yeah. If the yaw is number 2, you'll be 3 by 3. Okay, we tighten the start up and we play from there. Make sense? Everybody good on that? We're gonna line up the same way that we do in any tight 6 match. Okay, if there's a tight end, we're still gonna close the front and we still do our blitz from the front. Okay, now the only thing is if I'm a 5 tech and I have to long stick, just gotta get all the way to the A. Now, if the guard steps away from me, I can go through the B as soon as I penetrate and I get deep. That makes sense? D lineman, does that make sense? Okay, so if we go from a 5, you know, it's a true long stick. So there you go. It's really the only thing that would change. You will go from a 5, and then he will go from a 9. Everything else will be exactly the same. But we're still going to close our front. We're still going to close our front. Everybody good? Cool.
I want to say one thing, just not related to football. We just got notes on who didn't go to breakfast.